Y'all, so how about I was watching this little documentary about this girl who lived in Houston, and in 1996 she was 15, and she make a long story short, they had just moved into this apartment complex, and within 3 months a neighbor had got killed. Somebody like tried to rob this neighbor. The neighbor was like 77 years old. To make a long story short, she got charged with the lady's murder, and she got a life sentence at 15. She's saying that she was coerced to say what she said from this lady named Eva Mondragon, and they set her up basically. They never read her Miranda rights, and it was just a lot of injustice going on. Now, mind you, she'd been locked up since she was 15. And this happened in 1996. We're in 2026 now. So she's been locked up for about 30 years now. So they said that she might be eligible for parole after 40 years, which would be in 10 more years. So her life is basically done. And I just think it's so sad because from the way that they're spinning the story, it does seem like she did not kill that woman, and it does seem like the lady Eva Mondragon and her two friends killed that 77-year-old woman. But the mother, the lady that's in prison now, her mother lost two sons prior to her going to jail. So like the year prior to her going to jail, so 1995, she lost a brother to cancer, and then 1994 she lost her other brother. He was shot and killed while he was on spring break from college. So in total, her mother has 5 children. 3 of them are alive, 2 are dead, but one of them is doing life in prison. And I say all of this is her mother's fault. And y'all are going to say I'm being cruel for saying this, but yes, all of the stuff that has happened to this woman's children is the mother's fault. Because what you think about in your inner world, you attract it in your outer experience. And this is why I also say that you can think about something for somebody so intensely that it happens to them. And this is where witchcraft comes in. If you want somebody to fall, all you got to do is keep thinking that same thought and putting a lot of emotion into it, and it will happen to that person. But I think that this woman here has had so much tragedy with her children because her consciousness holds death and prison and all kind of like bad things for her lineage, and it has come to pass, and it is still coming to pass. It is her mother's fault that she lost her sons to cancer, and being her other son got killed, and now you're in jail. It's a family curse, but it starts with the mother, and I don't care what anybody says, because her consciousness is very, very negative. And when she outpictures her children, she has a picture for them of death, in prison and jail. It's just a lot of negativity. So y'all have to start looking. It's all spiritual. All of this stuff is very, very spiritual. When you see people, and it's the opposite too. Like if you see a family that is very prosperous and it just looks like their whole lineage is very successful and they seem very lucky, that's because the matriarch and patriarch and just the family as a collective mindset has a consciousness of positivity. So in their outer experience, you're going to see in the physical how lucky they are, how blessed they are, how abundant they are, and they just live in total abundance. And then again, it's the same for somebody like this lady here. I can't remember her name, but I'm gonna tag her name, or I'm gonna put her name in this video. But just like for her bloodline, her mother outpictured her bloodline to be death and jail. Is just a very, very negative. So it spiraled out to the children. And the reason why I say it's the mother's fault is because when your children are very, very young, and this is just my opinion, when your children are very, very young, they don't know anything about consciousness, and I don't really think that they can really think and focus on a thing. to make it come to pass. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me in the comments. But because the mother, she's more conscious, whether she knows it or not, she can hold a thought. She can hold a thought, or a parent can hold a thought more than a child can. Like a child, their attention span is not so great, but an adult's attention span is longer than a child's is. So you can hold a thought. You can hold a thought of death. You can hold a thought of disease. You can hold a thought of being in prison. And this is why I feel like that mother put these curses upon her bloodline through her thought life. And I just feel so bad for the mother, because she don't know. A lot of people are not conscious. We're really starting to become conscious now with the internet, and we're in the age of knowledge and stuff. But I don't think she really realizes how her thought life has affected her children so much so that you put two of them in the grave and then one of them's doing life in prison. It's the mom's fault. And I keep saying that. And she was in that interview and she said, I just hope that she come home before I die. You see what I'm saying? Just a lot of negative. You just think too negative. And it's just really, really sad, y'all. But we just got to be careful of the way that we think, and then the thoughts that we impress upon other people, especially the people that we love.